My dear sisters, today I want to talk to you about something that is not just a message, but a divine reminder, something eternal and powerful, something that is meant to shake the very core of who you are and awaken you to the greatness that has been hidden inside of you. I call it the hidden truth no woman can afford to ignore. It is not a truth written in temporary headlines or whispered in fleeting opinions, but a truth that has been established since the foundation of the world, buried deep within your design, woven into your identity, and waiting for you to recognize it, embrace it, and live it. The tragedy of life is not death. The tragedy of life is to live without discovering why you are alive. The tragedy is not leaving this earth, but leaving it without ever realizing your purpose, without ever fulfilling the reason you were sent here. And for women, there has been a silent war, a battle of identity, a struggle of worth, a question of value. And that is why this hidden truth has remained hidden for so many generations. Because if the enemy of your soul can keep you ignorant of who you are, he can keep you from becoming what you were born to be. So hear me carefully today. You are not a mistake. You are not a substitute. You are not an afterthought. You are not a secondary creation. You are not an object to be used, abused, or discarded. You are the masterpiece of God. You are the answer to a question in creation. You are the solution to a problem in the world. When the Creator formed you, He had intention. He had purpose. He had destiny on His mind. And He designed you with greatness in your spirit, strength in your heart, wisdom in your mind, and beauty in your soul. But the hidden truth is this: most women have never been told who they really are. Most women have been told lies. Lies that say your worth comes from how you look, from what you wear, from what society approves. Lies that say your power comes from competition with men instead of completion of a divine design. Lies that say you must silence your voice, suppress your dream, and sacrifice your identity in order to be accepted. These are lies that have kept generations of women from walking in their true calling. And today, you must make a decision that you will no longer live under lies. The truth you cannot afford to ignore is that you were created with dominion. Dominion means authority. Dominion means power. Dominion means leadership. Dominion means responsibility. And when you understand this, you begin to see that your life is not small. You are not ordinary. You carry the image of God, and that image is authority. It is wisdom. It is purpose. You were made to influence, to nurture, to build, to restore, to speak life into places that are dying, to bring order into chaos, shape destinies in children, in families, in nations. And let me tell you something. The enemy has always been afraid of women who know the truth about themselves. Because when a woman rises to her true identity, she becomes unstoppable. When a woman understands her design, she becomes dangerous to darkness. When a woman knows she is chosen, she becomes a force for good, a leader in her home, a light in her community, a voice in her nation. That is why the attack has always been against women's identity. Because if you can confuse a woman about who she is, you can confuse generations. If you can silence a woman, you can silence families. If you can bind a woman, you can bind nations. But if you ever release a woman to know her truth, you release generations to freedom. You cannot afford to ignore this truth. You are not defined by culture, by traditions, by trends, by titles. You are defined by purpose. And purpose is not a product of people. Purpose is the product of the Creator. No human gave you your purpose, so no human can take it away. Purpose is permanent. Purpose is eternal. Purpose is not something you choose. It is something you discover. It was placed inside of you before you were even born. And when you find it, you will never be the same. Sisters, let me speak to your heart. You have been carrying dreams inside of you that you thought were too big. You have been nurturing visions that you thought were impossible. You have been feeling a stirring in your soul, a calling you cannot shake. That is not imagination. That is not fantasy. That is destiny. The hidden truth is that the dream inside of you is not just yours. It is heaven's dream entrusted to you. It is divine purpose wrapped in your personality. It is eternal calling placed inside your earthly vessel, and the world is waiting for you to bring it forth. But here is the danger. If you ignore this truth, you will live your whole life chasing things that were never meant to satisfy you. You will chase approval. You will chase beauty. You will chase validation. You will chase material things. You will chase positions. But no matter how much you get, you will always feel empty because you were never designed to live outside of purpose. Fulfillment does not come from possessions. It comes from purpose. Joy does not come from success. It comes from destiny. Peace does not come from people. It comes from knowing who you are in God. And I want you to listen carefully. The greatest weapon the enemy uses against women is distraction. If he cannot destroy you, he will distract you. He will distract you with fear, with comparison, with insecurity, with relationships that are toxic, with voices that belittle you, with images that confuse you. But you must fix your eyes on the truth. You must say to yourself, I am more than what they say. I am more than what I feel. I am more than what I see. I am who God says I am. I am powerful. I am chosen. I am worthy. I am called. The hidden truth you must embrace is that you are a leader. Leadership is not a position. It is influence. And influence is natural to you. Women were designed to influence. You influence the atmosphere of your home. You influence the future of your children. You influence the direction of your relationships. You influence communities, workplaces, and even nations. And when that influence is aligned with truth, it transforms lives. But when that influence is surrendered to lies, it can destroy lives. That is why you cannot afford to ignore who you are, because your influence is too powerful to be wasted. And let me remind you of something. You were created as the answer to a problem. When the Creator made man, he said, it is not good for him to be alone. And so you were formed as the solution. You were created to bring balance, to bring completion, to bring help, to bring life. That is your nature. You are not the problem. You are the solution. And when you know that, you stop apologizing for being strong. You stop apologizing for being gifted. You stop apologizing for being intelligent. You stop apologizing for being visionary. Because solutions are not weak, they are necessary. Now hear this clearly. The hidden truth is that the future of nations is hidden in the heart of women. Because every nation is birthed by women. Every leader came through a woman. Every vision began in the womb of a woman. Every future is carried by women. So when women do not know their worth, nations suffer. But when women rise up in their identity, nations are healed. Families are restored. Communities are transformed. Generations are blessed. That is why you cannot afford to ignore the truth of who you are. But here is the challenge. To embrace this truth, you must confront your fears. Fear is the prison that keeps purpose locked away. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being enough, fear of losing people. But let me tell you, fear is a liar. Fear is an illusion. Fear is the shadow that tries to keep you from stepping into the light. And the only way to overcome fear is with faith. Faith that says, even if I don't see the whole path, I will take the first step. Faith that says, even if I feel weak, I know I am strong in God. Faith that says, even if I fail, I will rise again. The hidden truth no woman can afford to ignore is this: you are a carrier of destiny. You are a vessel of greatness. You are an instrument of change. You are a daughter of eternity. And the moment you realize it, your life will never be the same. Because truth sets you free. And when you are free, You empower others to be free. Do not let society define you. Do not let pain confine you. Do not let fear silence you. Do not let failure stop you. Do not let lies control you. The world needs your voice. The world needs your gift. The world needs your leadership. The world needs your influence. The world needs your purpose. My sisters, the hidden truth is not hidden because it is absent. It is hidden because it is ignored. It has always been there waiting for you to recognize it. And today, you have heard it. Today, you have been reminded of who you are. Today, you have been called to rise. And I declare over you that you will no longer live in ignorance. You will no longer settle for less. You will no longer doubt your worth. You will no longer suppress your purpose. You will rise. You will shine. You will lead. You will transform. You will fulfill your destiny because you cannot afford to ignore the truth that you are powerful, the truth that you are chosen, the truth that you are necessary, the truth that you are the answer, the truth that you were created with intention, designed with precision, and released with a mission. This is who you are. This is what you carry. This is the hidden truth that can no longer remain hidden. So I say to every woman listening, awaken, arise, align with your purpose, accept your destiny, and walk boldly in the truth that no woman can afford to ignore. For when you do, you will not only change your life, you will change the lives of everyone connected to you. You will shape families, you will impact generations, you will heal communities, you will transform nations. Because the truth about you is greater than the lies against you. And once you know it, once you live it, nothing will ever stop you again. Let me tell you something else that is critical. The measure of your life will not be determined by how much you collected, but by how much you contributed. The value of your life will not be found in the things you wore, houses you lived in, or the recognition you received, but in the impact you made, the lives you touched, the generations you shaped. Women have been designed as multipliers. Whatever is placed in your hands, you multiply it. Give you a house and you make it a home. Give you groceries and you make it a meal. Give you love and you make it a family. And when you discover your hidden truth, you take every seed placed in you and multiply it into destiny. This is why the world is afraid of awakened women. Because once you awaken, you can no longer be manipulated. You can no longer be controlled by shallow trends. You can no longer be reduced to stereotypes. You can no longer be boxed into roles that suppress you. When you awaken, you demand to be respected, not for your beauty, but for your essence. Not for your charm, but for your calling. Not for your presence in someone else's story, but for your authority in your own. Every woman under the sound of my voice must understand you are not in competition with anyone. You are not here to copy anyone. You are not called to be a duplicate of another. You are called to be original, authentic, unique. The world already has her. The world already has them, but the world has never had you before and will never have you again. That means you are irreplaceable. That means your assignment cannot be carried by another. That means if you do not rise, something in this world will remain undone. And let us speak truth about relationships, because many women lose themselves here. Relationships are not designed to define you. They are designed to complement you. You are already complete in yourself. You are already whole in yourself. If you do not know your worth before a relationship, you will trade your identity for acceptance inside it. But when you know the hidden truth, you walk into relationships as a contributor, not a beggar. You walk in with dignity, with strength, with value. You don't come to take, you come to add. You don't come to drain, you come to build. And this is why understanding your hidden truth will change the way you see everything. It changes how you see work. Work is not a job. Work is the expression of your purpose. It changes how you see wealth. Wealth is not about material. It is about resources for your assignment. It changes how you see leadership. Leadership is not power over people. It is power for people. It changes how you see yourself. Because once you know who you are, you stop living like a victim and start living like a victor. And here's something that must settle in your spirit. You are already equipped. Everything you need to fulfill your destiny is already inside of you. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission. Stop waiting for someone to recognize you. Stop waiting for the perfect time, the perfect place, the perfect circumstance. You have been given wisdom. You have been given strength. You have been given gifts. But he says, here's why. You have been given creativity. You have been given resilience. You are already carrying the tools of your assignment. But too many women delay their destiny because they are waiting for the approval of others. Listen, if people could see what is in you, they would have already celebrated you. But many cannot see it because it is hidden until the right season. Just because people don't acknowledge you does not mean you are not valuable. Just because people overlook you does not mean you are not chosen. Just because people criticize you does not mean you are not called. The hidden truth is that your greatness does not depend on their recognition. Your greatness is eternal, set before the foundation of the world, and it cannot be erased by opinions. And sisters, let me say something strong. Stop comparing yourself. Comparison is a thief. Comparison is an enemy. Comparison blinds you to your own gift. Comparison makes you despise your own journey. Comparison makes you ungrateful for your own process. You cannot measure your assignment by someone else's timeline. You cannot measure your success by someone else's path. You cannot measure your worth by someone else's approval. You are unique, and your assignment is unique. Run your race, live your calling. Be faithful to your journey. Now let's talk about the power of your voice. For too long, women have been silenced. Silenced by culture, silenced by systems, silenced by fear, silenced by shame. But the hidden truth is that your voice is not just sound, it is influence. When you speak truth, you shift atmospheres. When you speak encouragement, you lift the weary. When you speak wisdom, you direct generations. When you speak vision, you shape the future. Your voice carries power. And if you do not speak, something in this world will remain unsaid. And let me warn you, when you begin to live this truth, opposition will rise. Do not be surprised when resistance comes. Do not be discouraged when critics appear. Do not be shaken when storms rise, because opposition is confirmation. Resistance is proof you are moving in the right direction. The enemy does not fight what does not threaten him. The fact that you face battles is evidence that you carry destiny. The fact that doors seem hard to open is proof that what is behind them is worth guarding. You must stop asking, why me? And start declaring, why not me? Why should I not be the one to change my family's story? Why should I not be the one to break the cycle of fear, poverty, or abuse? Why should I not be the one to rise in leadership, to speak truth, to heal nations? Why not me? The truth is that you are capable and you are chosen. And as I speak, I want you to understand something deeper. The hidden truth is not just about what you do, it is about who you are becoming. You are being shaped, you are being refined, you are being prepared. Your journey may not be easy, but it is necessary. Your pain is not wasted, it is producing strength. Your delays are not denials, they are preparation. Your struggles are not signs of weakness. They are training for your assignment. You cannot afford to ignore this. The things you are going through are not meant to break you. They are meant to build you. They are not meant to stop you. They are meant to strengthen you. Every challenge is preparing you for the weight of your calling. Every trial is shaping you for the platform of your purpose. Every setback is positioning you for a greater comeback. My sisters, as we come to the end of this message, I want you to remember that the hidden truth no woman can afford to ignore is not just information. It is revelation, and revelation demands a response. You cannot hear this and remain the same. You cannot be reminded of your worth, your power, your purpose, and then go back to living small. Today is a line in the sand. Today is a call to rise. You are not weak. You are strong. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are not ordinary. You are extraordinary. You are not a mistake. You are a masterpiece. And from this moment forward, you must walk as one who knows her identity, one who carries destiny, one who cannot be silenced, one who refuses to settle for less than what she was created for. The world is waiting for you. Generations are depending on you. Families are looking to you. Nations need the voice, the influence, the wisdom, and the leadership that only you can provide, not delay. Do not shrink back. Do not allow fear or lies to rob you of your future. Step into the truth. Live in the truth. Speak the truth. And let your life be the evidence that when a woman embraces who she really is, nothing on earth and nothing in hell can stop her. So I declare over you, rise, shine, walk in purpose, and let the hidden truth in you be revealed to the world. Because you were not born to blend in. You were born to stand out. You were born to change history. You were born to fulfill destiny. And that destiny begins now